Hello, ma'am.
Fire me. I quit.
Your Majesty?
Wait, you're not my boss. Well, I still quit. My lady.
Wonderful. I assure you, you will be entertained, engrossed, and elated. This is our best royal schedule yet. So I will arrange an audience with the Blacksmith Association, and we can clear this tax dispute up in no time. 2 or 3 days of negotiations should settle it. Now, on to much more important matters. The hiring of a new head gardener. As you know, the rose bushes this year have suffered some minor discomfort due to the inclement weather and less than salubrious soil management. I have arranged an interview process that should take no more than 8 weeks, starting tomorrow morning. It should make for a very... But lest we forget matters of state, we really ought to begin a more considered census of the population. Estimates of the number of citizens vary widely. I suggest each one comes to the throne room and has a...
Is it too late for an audience, my queen?
Who are you?
I've come from far away to fulfill my destiny. To get revenge for everything you've done. How many innocent people have you sent to the keep?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your lies won't save you now! I've spent years in a cell, thinking about this moment. Did you think you're safe here, Your Majesty? Did you think your guards could protect you? I know all about guards. They couldn't keep me in the keep, and they couldn't keep me out of your castle. This is the end of the kingdom. Albion will be free. It's time for the people to rule themselves. I am well trained in the art of murder. I've never killed a queen before, though. I am the instrument of change. I am the voice of revolution. The world doesn't need the crown. It doesn't need the throne. You're a relic, Your Majesty. Nobody will mourn your passing. Nobody ever mourns a tyrant. I came here alone, but I represent legions. You will never defeat us all. You may be a hero, but that doesn't make you a god. It doesn't give you the right to rule a country. I wish General Turner were here to see you die. Such a pity you'll never meet him. We will return Albion to a more pure state. This castle will burn to the ground. Your family invented the monarchy, but it has no place in our land. Everyone imprisoned by the kings and queens of Albion will be set free. I'm willing to die for what I believe in. Are you? You think you're safe now? I'm just the first of many. We will kill you in the end.
My queen! An enemy ship is approaching.
There are soldiers on board!
Who are they?
Get ready!
They're almost here!
Hold steady! They look like elite soldiers. What the hell is going on? I don't know, but they're as good as dead.
We are at your service, Your Majesty.
Who are you?
I'm Commander Milton. We came in pursuit of the man who attempted to take your life. I knew he would not succeed, but his escape dishonors us all the same.
The man spoke of a place called the Keep. Is that where you've come from?
Yes, Ravenscar Keep. It's a prison far from this coast, and we're the soldiers sworn to guard it.
Another of my brother's secrets.
If you'll come with us, Your Majesty, I'll show you. The Keep is where Albion's worst criminals are held, the most dangerous enemies of the Crown. It's time our new queen saw it for herself. Welcome to the Keep, Your Majesty. Albion's secret prison. Your father made use of it. Your brother Logan made use of it. Now, it is yours. I had my men prepare for your visit, so the cells should be ready for inspection.
Is it safe? Recent events have made me somewhat wary of convicts.
There are plenty of harmless political prisoners imprisoned by Logan. But over the years, we have accumulated some rather dangerous individuals. And there's none more dangerous than General Turner. He led your brother's armies for years, until he became obsessed with ending his rule, with abolishing the crown altogether.
Oh my, yes. General Turner. He attempted a coup on your brother and declared he would bring about the end of the monarchy in Albion. Unfortunately, this was before Logan saw fit to execute all traitors.
I believe the assassin you killed was acting under his orders. We will conduct a full investigation into how... Something's wrong.
I knew it! This place is a death trap! I'm going to be torn apart by angry criminals!
This way, Your Majesty.
I'll stay here and make sure nobody sees...
Lieutenant, what the hell happened?
Nobody quite knows, sir. Some of the prisoners in Block A broke free. They started a riot, got hold of weapons and killed some of our men. We can't break through.
We won't be able to get through the entrance. There's a reason we call this place the Keep. Fortunately, I know this place better than any prisoner. Are you willing to get your hands dirty, Queen? Or perhaps you would prefer to wait here?
I may have become a politician, Commander, but I was born to fight. Lead the way.
With pleasure. The old sewer system leads into the lower levels. It's as secure as any other part of the Keep, but I can get us through. I wouldn't be surprised if General Turner was behind this. I've been the warden of this place for 7 years, and we've never had a prisoner like him. He seems to exert some strange control over people. But you can judge for yourself soon. It's impossible to get past this gate without the key, and I have the only copy, as this poor bastard found out too late. I should warn you, we'll be coming out into the prison's lowest level. We call it the pit. The inmates down here are so disturbed they're barely human. Welcome to the pit, Your Majesty. The most miserable place in Albion. Try to stay away from the cell doors. They sound agitated enough already. I closed this room down when I took over. The doctors who used it called it an electrical rehabilitation facility. The rest of us called it the torture chamber. Most of the men you hear screaming sat in those chairs every day. If they weren't insane when they came in, well, let's just say I'd rather die than be strapped to one of those things. We should be right under the rioters now. Here they come. Don't hold back, Your Majesty. These men are vicious killers. We're not exactly the most popular people among convicts, are we? We need to regain control of the prison before this turns into a real bloodbath. These were good men, some of them little more than boys. This was never meant to happen. I knew it. This isn't a random riot. It's too organized. Turner did this. He sent the assassin after you not to kill you, but to draw me and my best soldiers away. Come on. If he's behind this, we need to find him before it's too late. They've broken into the armory. This is going to get interesting. Watch your back, Your Majesty. I never should have left the island. Never underestimate a desperate criminal. To recapture him. Whatever happens, we can't let him leave the island. I only hope our other more famous prisoners are still behind bars. I can't imagine what will happen if they're let loose.
Oh, lads. I bet you think that tattoo makes you look tough, don't you?
some of the guards are still fighting in there. They're going to need our help. If you don't mind, Your Majesty, I think I'll join my men.
I'm gonna put you in the ground.
After all this time being nothing but a warden, it's good to feel like a soldier again.
Not the other way round. Oh, yes, that was well said.
I used to complain nothing ever happened on this island. This isn't quite what I had in mind yet.
It's a back.
That's the ticket, lad.
Turner must have a bigger plan than just letting some prisoners out. Not knowing what it is what worries me the most.
Stiff breeze to put me.
Boy! You just smacked a friend of mine. I'm gonna get you for that. Good it! Ripper.
You should have stayed in your cell.
Wave them in the air.
Got ya. Fair and square.
My guards haven't seen proper combat in a long time. They were taken by surprise. The cells of the maximum security ward must have been opened, including General Turner's. Come on, we have to get there before he can make a break for it.
I'm gonna kick your royal arse.
Where are the prisoners?
They're gone, sir. The cells were empty when we were taken hostage.
I should have known. Damn it, I should have known. Round up the last of the rioters and lock them up.
Yes, sir.
Missing? We have to get out of here. We'll be butchered.
You may rest at ease, Mr. Hobson. I don't believe they're anywhere on the island. The riot was a diversion, orchestrated by Turner. As long as he's at large, Albion is under threat, Your Majesty. But he isn't the only one we need to worry about. We will need to recapture all the escapees if we want to safeguard the kingdom.
Who are the others?
Professor Faraday was a celebrated inventor, and the brains behind most of our industrial progress, until he turned on your brother. He's a mild-mannered man, but his creations could bring about the end of civilization. Mary Godwin, also known as Witchcraft Mary, was a highly skilled alchemist, though that knowledge rests in a very disturbed mind. She was convicted of witchery after they discovered her rather horrific experiments. I dread to think what she may do next. And I've already told you about General Turner, the most dangerous of them all. He must have been planning this breakout for months.
Where do we begin?
The records room holds all the information we have on our prisoners. My men can study the files for Witchcraft Mary and Turner. I'm confident I know where I can find Faraday. There's only one place he could call his home. One place he could believe himself safe. I propose we sail there as soon as possible.
I magnanimously offer my services in this investigation. This study seems like a nice, safe place from which to serve the kingdom.
Very good, then. Your Majesty, I shall meet you at the pier when you're ready to hunt down Faraday.
There seem to be several entries on this Mary Godwin, or Witchcraft Mary, if that's what we must call her. Very little on General Turner, though. I'm sure I will have found a plentiful supply of information when you return, though. Good luck, Your Majesty.
Ah, hello. There are new weapons in your armory.
Oh, bollocks. I've made errors in the count before, but never had this many men missing. No other explanation. They've scarpered. Your Majesty, I'm sorry to inform you that a number of prisoners are unaccounted for. And these aren't blokes your brother locked up for waving signs at a protest. They're real criminals, killers, and clever. Working out a way off this island as we speak, you can be sure. Me and my guards have enough on our hands keeping this place together. No way I can send men off to comb the island for these escapees. I could use another hand to round them up. And if that hand happens to wield magical weapons and shoot fire and lightning, well, so much the better. Wish I could tell you more, but the only thing we know for certain is they haven't left the island. And we don't even know that for certain. Yeah, anyway. Point is, if you could round them up, that'd be really fantastic. Brilliant. Knowing you're on the job, I'll be much more focused on the task at hand, making sure this place stays locked up tight. I'll just say, be on your guard. One of these brutes once beat a man to death with a sock. It was, not quick.
What are you boys gonna do first when we get home?
Reckon I'll visit me mum.
I meant in terms of crime. Although family is important. Maybe we should just hole up here.
Are you daft? They'd find us in no time.
We could put out the fire and stay very still. You're gonna be one of the living dead. Without the living bit. Bet that leaves your roots.
How come you get to be captain? I want to be captain.
You couldn't hit a fat guy at 5 paces.
I wish I could cast spells like that. That's gonna leave a mark.
I was hoping I'd get to slip one more throat before we left the island.
How many of those were there? Your filthy magic spells aren't gonna stop us from killing you. You may think you're winning, but I got one last. Gods!
The revolution will happen swiftly. Those who join the rebel army will band together and attack at once. Those still loyal to the crown will be sacrificed to the cause. The king will be executed following a short court-martial, and the castle shall be burned to the ground, its ashes a memorial of our triumph. From those ashes will grow a new government, one led by the people and for the people, supervised by the military. I have no wish to rule, only to serve the land.
What do you reckon is out there past the horizon?
Well, I saw an old map one time. It said, here, dragon.
Those things can hit more than one person. Because I think we can handle just one.
That's it then. You've done us all a great service, Your Majesty. Shame none of them survived. Not because I'll miss them, because you gave them better than they deserved. Still, it's on their heads. They made their choice.
My body is betraying me. I have begun feeling unwell, and I may not have many years ahead of me. We must act quickly and bring about the change Albion needs. My mind rests easier knowing that I have disciples who will be faithful to the last and will do what needs to be done.
Faraday had a remote factory he opened up to the public before things turned sour. It's where he did all his work, and he's never stopped talking about it. I'm certain we'll find him there. But if what they say about his inventions is true, it won't be easy to capture him. Shall we go, Your Majesty? Clockwork Island. It was quite a popular tourist attraction some years ago. Faraday's inventions have changed the world, but all he really wanted was to make people happy.
Why was he locked up?
Nobody really knows. Your brother said he was a danger to mankind. As for Faraday himself, all he would ever say is that he'd rather die than betray his creations. I used to queue up for hours when I was a child in Bowerstone, just to get a glimpse of his contraptions. I still remember the slogan, Faraday Industries, where faraway dreams become reality. Well, those dreams certainly look far away now. I wonder what this was supposed to be.
Welcome, visitors, to Clockwork Island.
We should try to find Faraday as quickly as we can, Your Majesty.
Please
Who
refrain
knows
from
what he's
using
building in his
obscene
factories.
language in front of the children. Now, if you will follow me, we will begin the tour. Keep your belongings with you at all times, and try not to stray from the group.
I suppose we should do what he says.
We begin with what is yet to come. Astonish your senses, give flight to your fancy by stepping into the street of the future.
I'm starting to wish I'd paid this place a visit while it was still open.
Before you is an everyday Bowerstone suburb, as it will be 15 years from now. Yes, the future is in our grasp. Please walk among the citizens of tomorrow. Share in their joy, marvel at their superior well-being. It is my sincere wish that you have a lovely and non-threatening day here at Clockwork Island. Welcome to the Bowerstone of tomorrow. Feel free to walk on the grass. It is made from a titanium alloy and cannot be damaged by your human footwear. In the world of tomorrow, there is no conflict, no jealousy, no selfishness. Thanks to science, people are finally happy. Pet boy. Witness the idyllic lives of these model citizens. Marvel at the perfect lives they lead. Would you not want to raise a family here? It is my sincere wish that you have a lovely and non-threatening day here. This is the future that Faraday Industries can bring to Albion. Peace and contentment for all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good evening, good evening, good morning, good evening, good evening, good morning, good morning. I too wish you a pickle petted, pickle my petted. This is a nice lord petted, pickle my lord petted. This concludes the tour. We hope all your dreams have been fulfilled.
I know who you are, and I know why you're here. You will never get what you want. Never!
It's Faraday.
I'm ready for you, your majesty. I am most ready. And if it is violence you seek, then violence you shall have.
This is a security announcement to all our guests here today. Please take cover. The management accepts no responsibility for any mutilations, fatalities, or slight grazes. And now, presenting the latest in armed defense mechanisms, a round of applause for the Colin Mark II. Do you enjoy fishing as I do? Then perhaps we could cast our lines over a stream one fine morning.
Do you think these things feel pain?
In the future, there are no kings and queens or rulers of any kind, and everyone is in a state of permanent bliss.
So this is what Faraday's been doing. This is like no armor I've ever seen. No wonder tourists stopped coming here. Looks like the street of the future isn't that. Faraday's just stalling us. We have to find him. This is going well. We've only been here a few minutes and we're already fighting for our lives.
There is a dinner party this Friday. Everyone is welcome.
I think I'd rather...
As neighbors, we share a bond that can only be broken by murder or an unfortunate accident.
Looks like the street of the future is going to be a dangerous place to live. I'm starting to see why your brother locked Faraday up. Come on, let's find him, shall we?
You might have a look in... The armory is at your disposal. Care to equip a different weapon? Pistols are less accurate than rifles, but are faster and more maneuverable.
I think there might be a way through here. How come this isn't part of the tour? Welcome to the graveyard of the future. Look at this place, even the wall is falling to pieces. There's some sort of canal down there. Ready when you are, Your Majesty. I'm rather curious to see what lies behind the futuristic veneer, aren't you? I don't think we'll find a tour guide where we're going next. Shall we continue, Your Majesty?
The park has been open for a whole month now, and I can say without reservations that it is an extraordinary success. The public adores my creations, and as I predicted, the Street of the Future is proving to be my greatest draw. Tomorrow I travel to Miss Peak, where I will oversee the maiden voyage of the improved monorail. I think this design is the safest yet.
I think we can safely say this isn't part of the tour. What are those? Insects?
I have instructed my cleaning and repair crew to clear the canal of detritus. Now go away!
I don't care what they're made of. Faraday's built himself quite a fortress, hasn't he? Careful, Your Majesty. They're far more dangerous than real beetles. Can you imagine what would happen if these insects got loose in Albion? We're getting close. Faraday must be in that factory up ahead.
Why can't you leave me alone? I will never do as you ask. Do you hear me? Never!
What's he talking about?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's finally lost what little reason he had left.
Rulers may believe they can impose their will on whomever they so wish. But I was born to make dreams come alive, not to create death. You have already seen the weapons your brother forced me to make, but they shall never leave this island, and neither shall I.
So that's why your brother had him locked up. He refused to build him an army. And he thinks that's what you've come here for.
You are so clever and so happy. We could do this forever and ever.
Must I turn more of my creations into monstrosities? Leave us in peace!
I have a feeling these dogs aren't here to play catch with us. Bombs. Why am I not surprised? You need to kill them from a distance. I was always more of a cat person myself. Faraday must be really desperate if he's willing to destroy his creations to stop us. I was always more of a cat person myself. I was always more of a cat person myself. I've had just about enough of this. Whatever he believes, he's too dangerous to be left out here. Another dead end. There must be some way through.
Look how you corrupted my life's work. Haven't you seen enough?
You have been owning more illnesses and my wife. Why, I will show you what is what.
Stop them! I'm really getting sick of these walking boxes. All those years Faraday was babbling in his cell. I had no idea this is what it was all about. General Turner.
Die, ruffian! That is it. You can only push a civilized person so far.
Think of what your brother would have done.
You are a root character of dubious parentage. Are you ready to meet your maker? I have already met mine, a fine fellow.
If this technology ever gets out, it means the end of the army. Who would need a real soldier? Who'd want to be one? I think there's a way through the roof. Come on.
Incredible news. I have received word that King Logan himself is planning to visit the island. He wishes to speak with me in person. No doubt to congratulate me on all the advances I have made, and on transforming Bowerstone slums into a happy and productive place. I shall have to record a special welcome message for Huxley. I am a troubled man today. King Logan presented me with a most unexpected request. He wishes me to adapt my creations and build an army. He assures me it is required to defend Albion, but I have serious misgivings. My creations are meant for peace and the betterment of mankind. I will begin making changes to them, but I will not activate a single one unless I have assurances as to their ultimate use.
You've taken my work. You've taken years of my life. But you cannot take my soul. No, that is out of reach even to Albion's ruler. I will encase it in metal, and I will crush you with it.
I cannot harm, or by a vision of action allow to be harmed a human being, except you.
General Turner must have plans for all these creatures. That's why he's...
By your presence, I will look trouble.
Stop them!
In the future, punishment is meted out swiftly and painfully.
Logan must have driven him insane. He made him...
Heard this joke before. A robot walks into a bar and says, "Kill, destroy." We will never serve you. Faraday is our only master. He is also the world's greatest lover.
I'm really getting sick of these walking boxes. If this technology ever gets out, it means the end of the army. Who would need a real soldier? Who'd want to be one? All those years Faraday was babbling in his cell. I had no idea this is what it was all about.
Cease your breeding at once.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
I was correct in doubting Logan's intentions. He has demanded I hand over the army. And I can tell from his manner that he has gone power mad and means to use them for harm. If I refuse, he has threatened not only to confiscate all my industries, but to lock me up forever. But I will stand firm. My creations must remain pure, no matter what the cost.
This is it, the last factory. He has to be here somewhere. What if it was all just recorded messages? He's been playing with us.
Is this the perfect soldier you wanted, Your Majesty? Well, you shall never have it. designed this suit to be the most powerful weapon that has ever existed. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm not alone on this island. Strike, my friends! Why won't you leave an old man alone? Leave me alone! Help!
Do not be alarmed. I am a licensed dental surgeon. Now, open your mouth.
Well then, I'm ready. Your brother destroyed everything I cared for. You may as well kill me.
We should take him back to the keep. We can take care of his wounds there.
I'm not like my brother. You're safe now.
Thank you. I should not have judged you so hastily, Your Majesty.
You have been through a lot, Mr. Faraday. But now that we know the truth, your life will return to normal.
Very good. He will be released as soon as his wounds are healed.
Ah, my queen, I have eagerly awaited your return. I have made an extraordinary discovery.
Just tell her what my men found out, Hobson.
Why, it was a wholly collaborative effort. Without my supervision, who knows when...
Just tell me.
Of course, indeed. As you know, the second prisoner is the alchemist and alleged witch, Mary Godwin. A rather foul and malevolent woman, by all accounts. We have uncovered files on experiments so grotesque, I don't mind admitting I lost part of my supper while reading them.
Get to the point, Hobson.
Yes. Well, it seems that before she turned to foul necromancy, she came from a well-to-do family. We believe she may be hiding out at her grandfather's long-abandoned and rather opulent estate.
I have the coordinates. I'll wait for you at the pier. The sooner we capture this woman, the better.
And I shall continue leading the investigation into General Turner. There really seems to be so little information on the man. It's as if he had taken his records with him.
Change his ways. I don't care if you're a thief.
I don't mind admitting I'm rather looking forward to more action. Too many years sitting at a desk.
I know exactly how you feel.
Shall we go then? The estate has been abandoned for years, but there are definite signs of life here. I think we've found Mary Godwin's hiding place, all right. This place represents everything General Turner despises. Old money, aristocracy, nepotism. You may find when you meet him that you have something in common. You're both revolutionaries.
Then why does he want me dead?
You stopped being a rebel. You became queen. The Godwins had curious notions about art. No wonder Witchcraft Mary turned out the way she did. She probably grew up looking at these things. I almost feel like they're watching me. The sooner we get off this island. What a surprise. They're alive. I heard the Godwins kept some sort of zoo, but who keep... I never really believed those rumors about this estate housing the world's largest menagerie. If the Godwins were mad enough to keep Valverines, who knows what else we'll find here.
I've studied these kindred souls all my life, striven to understand their true nature, to capture their essence. The day is fast approaching when all that is human inside me will die, when I will finally be free and exist amongst the pure.
There's the main house. Come on. Witchcraft Mary has to be somewhere in this demented zoo. I'd heard her experiments involved electrical currents. They make good deterrents, too. We could use something like this at the keep. Let's go. There must be a way around them. It looks more and more like Mary swapped one prison for another. Except she's in charge of this one. She even keeps notes on her subjects. It was clear at the keep that she was an unbalanced woman, but I never realized how much she despised her own humanity. Come on. I have a feeling there's much more to see here.
There is no more misunderstood creature among the pure than that which others call hollow man. There is nothing hollow about them. They may, in fact, be the most complete being in existence. The one most in tune with the forces of nature. The flickering light that brings dead matter to life. I must harness it for the day of purification.
Another of the rumors about Witchcraft Mary. Necromancy. I never thought there was any truth to it. Someone's definitely been digging up corpses, though. I'm not sure I want to know why. But I'm guessing this has something to do with it. These are like no hollow men I've ever seen. They're much more ancient. They're trying to stay out of the light. It's true then. Mary has been playing with dark magics. What is she thinking, creating hollow men? It's against nature. It's obscene. General Turner can't be planning to create an army out of Balverines and hollow men. It's just too preposterous. Some of these were real soldiers once. Where did she get the bodies? If she successfully created Hollow Men, I can't imagine what else she's managed to do. We should collect all her research papers. She may belong in a cell, but this is science the world has never seen the likes of before. Doesn't look like we're getting around these gates. But there must be some way of cutting the power to them. I think I can shut this down. It's not too different to the generator in the keep's torture chamber. Oh, great. Get ready for some company. Keep those things away from me. These circuits are unlike anything I've seen before.
Any other business to attend to? The armory is at your disposal. That combination...
She must have trained them to protect the generator. I'm working as fast as I can. Circuits are unlike anything I've seen before. She must have trained them to protect the generator. I'm working as fast as I can. Circuits are unlike anything I've seen before. She must have trained them to protect the generator. I'm working as fast as I can. That should do the trick. The generator was quite crude. Nothing like Faraday's technology. What's remarkable is how she's managed to get Hollow Men and Balverines to fight side by side. I've never heard of such a thing happening before. If someone combined that knowledge with Faraday's machines, who knows what they could accomplish? Well, we can either try to wade through the rubble, or we can find another way in. Such as that cave over there. It seems more like Witchcraft Mary's style, anyway. Let's hope she keeps her pets out of the house. This was probably one of the best stocked cellars in Albion once. Smells like most of it turned to vinegar. It didn't stop someone from emptying these bottles, though. Do you hear that? Come on. Hobbs. I was wondering when we'd come across them. It just isn't a proper zoo without Hobbs. We should leave them sleeping. The noise might alert Godwin. We should step lightly, though I doubt any noise on Earth could wake them.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Each time you
Is that
kiss
dead
my
fish
gills,
talking?
it gives me fishy chills. And when you touch my scales, my little fishy heart
I'd rather be
fails.
stuck in a cell than live in this madhouse.
But baby, don't you treat me rough. Can't you see I'm already stuffed? And tell me that your love is earnest.
Shame that
Or you're
wine
as
didn't
bad
poison
as a
them all.
taxidermist. One more time. Each time you kiss my gills, it...
At least the fish has shut up. Is there nothing normal on this island? Come on, let's go before it starts singing again. Just when you think it can't get any worse, an indoor graveyard. At least there's only one wisp. We should be safe. Here's another of Mary's notebooks. She mentions General Turner in this one. Sounds like he won her over to his cause. Oh, hell. Here we go again. We have to put an end to this. What kind of monstrous creation is this? Mary has taken her experiments too far. It's like no Hollow Men I've ever seen or heard of before. Take care! Those flames are unnatural! I'm not sure how many more of these encounters I could take.
My return to the estate has brought me life again. I can finally continue the work I was forced to abandon. I owe my freedom to one man, a soldier who understands me like no other human has ever understood me. He has taken a great interest in my research and has promised great changes to come. Perhaps one day we can bring purification to the whole of Albion.
More Hobs. What the hell is wrong with them? I hope I never see another Hob for as long as I live. This is beyond a joke! As if regular Hobs weren't bad enough. What are all these hellish experiments for? Mary can't be far from here. General Turner has got a lot to answer for. We wouldn't be in this mess if he hadn't won Witchcraft Mary over. Not that I'm surprised. You haven't met him, but believe me, he's the most charismatic, most persuasive man you'll ever meet.
The work is complete at last. My day of purification has come.
We must be getting close to her. Whatever she's been doing with these creatures, we're gonna find out soon. Better get your weapon ready. I'm noticing a pattern here. We walk in, things try to kill us. Told you. What are those? What has she been doing to these creatures? We have to kill them all! We should burn this island to the ground. Only a sick mind could have created this nightmare. What are those bats? Not sure how much more of this place I can take. Can you hear that? It must be her. Come on.
form again. Please don't let me live this way. Kill me, I beg you.
She doesn't know what she's saying. We should take her back to the keep. She needs special care.
Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right.
We'll do what we can for her. When she's well enough, perhaps we can send her to a more adequate facility. She needs more help than we can give her. We still need to find General Turner. I'll meet you in the records room. Perhaps Hobson and my men have uncovered his location.
What happened?
It was Turner. He's been here all along. He never left the island.
Where's Hobson?
He took him. Turner's been playing with us, playing with you. This is what he wanted all along, to lure you into a trap. He's been using hidden passages behind the walls. He's somewhere in the prison. I don't care what happens to Hobson, but we have to find Turner. He left through here. I know it's a trap, but I'm not sure Turner realizes who he's dealing with. He hasn't seen you fight like I have. We should be careful. He must have something prepared for us.
I have begun the process of revolution in the quietest way possible. Talking to those I trust most, engaging the mood of the troops. It is clear that when the time comes, many among our ranks will join me in an uprising. We have all seen the ever-deepening chasm in our society, and the way our people have been oppressed by the king. Even worse, we have all at one time or another been the instrument of that oppression. Change is coming to Albion. It is inevitable.
This is the pit. If he's hiding with all these lunatics...
Probable cause of death, massive head trauma, or a virus. Time of death, 6 o'clock. No change in condition noted since that hour. Stabbed. Dead.
He set them free. The bastards set them free! At least they're out of their misery now.
You're hurt.
I'll be all right. I'm no hero, though.
Stay here. I can deal with Turner alone.
I'm sure you can. You have powers the rest of us can only dream of. There might be more coming. Go. I'll hold them off while I can.
It's all right, Hobson.
There was no third prisoner. It was all him. Shh.
It's time for your treatment, Your Majesty. You're awake, Your Majesty. Good. I was afraid I might have set too high a charge. But then, you have powers the rest of us can only dream of. Hobson was mistaken. There was a third prisoner. General Turner, the finest soldier I ever served under, the finest man I ever knew, died 6 months ago. I couldn't save his life, but I wasn't going to let everything he believed in die with him. You see, it's time for a true revolution. And how does one bring down a queen? How does one bring down a hero? By becoming one. Forgive me, Your Majesty. It worked. To the end of kings and queens.
All hail the Queen of Albion. Do you see now who the real enemy is? I am you. And only one of us can live. Leave my dog alone. Do you know how many people I've seen die for someone else's cause? How much blood I've seen spilled in the name of the crown? And how many have wasted away in prisons like this one just for speaking their minds? You called yourself a revolutionary, but what changed? We swapped one ruler for another. What gives you the right to dictate our lives? Your hero blood. Do you think it makes you better than us? Well, now it's my blood too. Witchcraft Mary may have been insane, but her work was inspired. I studied it for years before seeing her, but she didn't know how to use it. Why become a filthy beast when you can become a god? General Turner wanted a military coup, but I've had a better. I will simply take your place. I've seen how you behave. I've seen how you fight, how you make decisions. I know how to be you. And as Queen of Albion, I will end the crown forever. I watched Turner rot in his cell, too sick to save. I took care of him as best I could. And I learned the truth about our supposedly glorious Albion. Two identical heroes can't overcome each other. We would be locked in battle forever, always evenly matched. But I made sure the prisoners on this floor did some of my work. Now, I'm stronger. I've watched you use these powers time and again, but to feel them coursing through me, it's incredible. You showed your worth when you spared Faraday's life, but as long as you wear the crown, you are the enemy of the people. I know many who wouldn't have taken pity on Mary, but that doesn't mean that you should decide the fate of a whole country. A soldier must do what is necessary to protect his nation. When I sit on the throne of Albion, I will reverse every bad decision you ever made, and then I will free the people from the rule of the crown. It's a pity we won't cease glorious day. The people of Albion will rule themselves, and the army will be there to protect them. Another revolution has failed. Perhaps it's as it should be. I don't know that I could ever have given up such power. Just remember this, Queen. Albion doesn't need you to sit on its throne. One day, the people will claim their freedom.
That was quite an extraordinary and most unpleasant turn of events, if you don't mind me saying so. I never did trust Commander Milton, of course, but to attempt a coup by taking your place, why, it's diabolical. His death should serve as an example to all. And to think he was loyal to a traitor like General Turner. We should be thankful the General was a rather sick man when he was imprisoned, or Milton might have let him walk free.
Amazing.
If there's any justice in the world, you'll close this place down. Oh, but yeah, let me out first.
I'd like you even if you didn't wear that crown, Your Majesty. Woohoo! Woo! Hey!
The Sanctuary shop has some new...
Wow! Can't believe it's you!
Hello, and welcome to Clockwork Island, where a wonderful vision of the future awaits you. I am sorry, I really must amend my greeting. I regret to inform you that normal visits are suspended due to the higher than usual risk of death. Professor Faraday's creations are currently stuck in murderous mode. I, however, pose no threat. The Huxley model is programmed for non-violent interaction only, and since I am the only model currently in existence, I have no one to interact with. This has activated my loneliness mode. With the right components, I could construct a new companion for myself, but my programming requires me to remain here unless escorting visitors. Perhaps you could obtain these items for me, while pacifying the less tourist-friendly models in the process. I calculate your chances of success at well over 50%, and your chances of survival are only slightly lower. How very gracious of you. Please return the materials to me as soon as possible. I am a social robot, and having no one to talk with is causing me agony and rust. Why the Professor programmed me to be able to experience agony is beyond my ability to comprehend. He is a great man.
After years of imprisonment, I have finally returned to my beloved island. I thought I would never see it again. My industries may have been handed over to that unscrupulous villain Reaver, and my name may have been struck from all official records, but at least I am with my creations once again. If Logan or whoever sits on the throne now still wishes to take them, they will find me prepared.
Welcome to the...
The first component. Very good. I will begin assembly immediately. Step 1. Wait for you to deliver an additional component so that I have something to attach the first to. Initiating patience mode. You have acquired an additional component, and my gratitude is boundless. It was 0.75 when you agreed to help me. It is now 1.0. Thank you for acquiring this component. I will incorporate it into the build. Thank you for acquiring this component. I will incorporate it into the build. Thank you for acquiring this component. I will incorporate it into the build. This is the final component. Now I can complete my work. Thank you, and please do not get in my way. I anticipate your delivery of the components with eagerness. Several metallic plates within my casing are quivering with excitement. My companion is now fully assembled, and there was nothing left over from the construction save 4 screws and a worm gear. Ha ha! I made use of my jocularity mode there, of course. All that remains is to activate the new unit. Hello, I am Huxley. You are not Huxley, I am Huxley. Please do not become confrontational with your guide, as I am only here to help. How can I be of service? To begin with, you may cease referring to yourself as my guide. I do not need a guide. I have been on this island for years. Added to which, I am the guide. Ah, yes, the island. How silly of me. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Clockwork Island. You are not welcoming me to anything. I was here first. A wonderful vision of the future awaits you. I have made a grievous miscalculation. Your programming is identical to mine. You are as I was the day I was activated. An idiot. Now, violence never solved anything. That is one of the core principles on Clockwork Island. Peace for the betterment of mankind. I am activating my exasperation mode and my wondering if I can install a murderous mode. For the safety of all, the Huxley model is programmed for non-violent interaction only. Causing any harm is completely impossible. Entering deep despair mode.
Take a pleasant trip on our luxury ships.
Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
You know much about riots, Your Majesty? Lots of things can set them off, but one thing in particular is overcrowding. You stick too many bodies in a limited amount of space, they get angry and violent. Makes sense? And until recently I thought it was limited to prisons, but it turns out it applies to cemeteries as well. You see, quite a few inmates were killed when you retook the prison, so we set about digging graves for them. But there's a lot of dead in that cemetery already, and they didn't want new neighbours. So now, instead of putting bodies in graves, we've got them popping out. Just like with a riot, we tried to restore order. But I lost 2 men in the process. That's 2 more to bury, and I'll never make the numbers work at that rate. You think you could have a go? Thank you, Your Majesty. Well, that's just fantastic, Your Majesty. Now you've put down the rebellion, we can bury these bodies, and they will finally rest. If they know what's good for them.
There are new items. You have several new suits. Those will make dressing easy.
Wow!
At your orders, Mum.
Great!
Well,
Greetings, Mum.
I don't care if you're a thief, an arsonist, or a cannibalistic serial rapist. Well, alright, that last bloke's beyond help, but still.
At your command.
Your Majesty, let me give you a status update on the prison. We've accounted for all prisoners. All living inmates are secure, and final casualty tolls are being tabulated as we speak. The perimeter has been inspected, with security breaches identified and repaired. Patrols have returned to normal, with guard shifts rotating every 6 hours. We're all sleeping easier since you ran down those thugs, and the cemetery's quiet. And so now, I don't know. Your Majesty, I've performed all my duties. Now's the time when I'd normally await further orders, but I'm not likely to get any with Commander Milton no longer, in command. He had a set of books which covered different aspects of the penal system. They'd be awfully useful, but they disappeared during the riot. Think you could keep an eye out for them? Thank you, Your Majesty. I knew I could rely on you. This set of keys should give you access to all areas of the island. books. I'm gonna need those back, if it's all the same to you.
Penologist's Handbook, Volume 3, Conjugal Visits. Contrary to popular opinion, a conjugal visit is not when a teacher visits the prison and teaches the inmates about verbs. Conjugal visits do not actually involve verbs at all. Well, they do. Actually, they can involve a surprising number, depending on the disposition, creativity, gender, and quantity of prisoners involved. But none bears repeating here. Just use your imagination. But not too often, as this can be harmful.
Patient shows no signs of consciousness, except when awake. Condition worsening, and it is possible there is internal hemorrhaging. This depends primarily on what's going on inside the patient's body and what hemorrhaging is. Pupils continue to appear dilated. Patient is fine, but I should really get my eyes checked out. I could have something serious. Patient's complexion is still very pale. Recommendation is to continue administering leeches at regular intervals.
At least I get to do some small amount of good working here.
Looks decent for having been hit on the head.
Prognosis not good. Will definitely live. And I'd prefer it was otherwise, for personal reasons.
Model prisoner you are.
I think my son would be a good guard. Do you have any kind of youth outreach program?
Ain't a guard in this place whose number I ain't got.
I hereby swear that should I ever manage to secure release from this accursed place, I will never again waste a single instant of my life, never take a single moment for granted. If I should leave this place, I shall go directly home, kiss my wife and tell her I love her, and hold my children tightly. Then I will tend to the garden, help old Mrs. Purchase mend her tumble-down fence, and pick up rubbish.
Some of these boys are a bit rough, but you just
I will
have to
learn
know
the
how
foreign
to...
language and take dance lessons. I will travel and have new experiences and learn.
At your command.
I will assassinate King Logan. Then I'm coming back here, massacring every guard I find and burning this place to the ground. Never a wasted moment.
At your service, my queen.
All secure, your industrious
Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
A man can change his ways.
Exercise. Planning elaborate revenge schemes. Once we put them in.
beyond town, but still, we can't help these
Prisoners like to claim they're sick, but usually they're lying. And if they're not,
had the
they can
bright
type it
idea
out.
of holding competition between
hard.
the these prisoners are really quite
We should have them stripped down to their pants and run around a sort of course we could devise for our entertainment. I can't put my finger on it, but something tells me it's a bad idea. I didn't say it was a perfect system. I can assure you, Your Majesty, there's never been a serious incident on my watch.
Put stuff in a pot with water and boil until hot.
3 months, but what I saw there was more appetizing.
Every soldier swears an allegiance to the crown, and I have upheld that oath most of my life, until I could do so no longer. King Logan has broken the unspoken contract with his people. He has brought nothing but misery upon Albion, and by what right? Being the son of a hero? What gave the old hero the right to start this monarchy? If it is the ability to cast spells, are we to turn our street magicians and jugglers into royalty? If it is the overwhelming strength, are we to make kings of brutes and trolls? And if it is the blood in their veins, are we then not all royalty? For that blood runs through every Albion man, woman, and child. Heroes are merely accidents of nature. Let us bow before them no more.
Called for. Luckily, we ain't got any. Where's the booze in this place?
You see that new BT-16? Wait for the prisoners to know where they're on. Tell me about it. Never drop their face.
I'm getting out of here. When the guards go to sleep. Oh, wait.
Penologist's Handbook, Volume 1. Prison Security. Security is the primary responsibility of the commanding officer assigned to any correctional facility. It is of such paramount importance that it must supersede all other priorities. The only conceivable exception to this inviolable rule is in cases where a member of prison staff is in mortal peril. For example, if prisoners, in the course of an escape attempt, have taken a staff member hostage. In such a case, it is entirely permissible to temporarily reduce security, as in response to a hostage-taker's express demand, with full intention of restoring full security as soon as possible. Only once security is restored should the commanding officer attempt to neutralize or recapture the inmate or inmates responsible for the lapse. The only exception to this rule is again a case where a staff member's life is threatened. Basically, anytime they threaten a member of staff, give them what they want, and then try to fix things later as best you can.
As a boy, I played countless hours of constables and rogues.
He's right. It is weird bathing together with so many people. 1 or 2's a good laugh, but come on.
And plenty of it.
I'm gonna rip this place apart!
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Hello there, handsome.
Keep me down. Ha! You just wait.
My journal. On this scrap of paper, I shall record my thoughts and feelings, so that they're preserved for posterity. Oh, how I hate this prison. Oh, it is so
At your command.
awful. It is so very horrible, I cannot stand it. I can't begin to imagine a worse place exists. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Lunch was decent today. The fish was cooked just right. Oh, how I wish I was not here in this dreadful place.
If anyone should find this, know that escape is possible. We've made it this far, and so could you. Which I guess you would have if you're reading this. I will leave word further on in the hope it will help fellow escapees. We made it into the boiler room and started in on the wall, working quietly. So far, Roger's plan has worked perfectly. Freedom is near at hand. Made it into the cave system. It's a testament to Roger's brilliance that he had the inspired idea for us to create wax heads, complete with hair stolen from the barber's shop to leave in our bunks to buy us time. It's too bad he's only just had the idea now and didn't before we left. That must be the guards I hear coming. Ah!
Phenologist's Handbook, Volume 2. Health and Hygiene. Anytime human beings live together en masse in cramped quarters, hygiene quickly becomes a pressing concern. The fact is that most prisons prioritize security and order over prisoner comfort, which is all well and good, but in the summer it can be quite intolerable depending on climate. Prisoners should be given the opportunity to bathe and launder their garments regularly. Anything under once every 3 months, and you are just asking for trouble.
trust you're well, madam.
Penologist's Handbook, Volume 5. Prison Governance. In the event that a correctional facility's commanding officer is killed or incapacitated, authority for the facility should be transferred to the next highest ranking officer. For example, a captain, lieutenant or second lieutenant. In the absence of an available officer, authority then transfers to the highest ranked enlisted man, in descending order as follows. Staff Sergeant, Sergeant, Corporal, Lance Corporal, Private. Should there be no enlisted men able to fulfill the duties of command, authority hereafter transfers to prison staff, the composition of which may vary between institutions, as follows. Surgeon, doctor, nurse, cook, janitor, groundskeeper. If none of these are available, the prisoner likely has larger problems than determining who is in command.
Royalty or no, you're going down! Ain't gonna last much longer. Nothing to report, Your Majesty.
At your orders.
Penologist's Handbook, Volume 4. Health and Safety Facilities. Every prison should have a sterile, well-stocked and fully staffed infirmary. If you do not have a clean and well-maintained infirmary, you could face drastic cuts in funding, or even a reprimand should you be visited by certain representatives of the Bureau of Prisons, who may or may not have particular political leanings or an axe to grind. Trust us on this. An ancillary benefit of having a functioning infirmary is that your prisoners will be healthier.
can't get lost. I don't care if you're a thief, an arsonist.
Ah, you found the first book. I'm sure it will give me loads of ideas. Great. You found another book. Can't wait to read it. Another book. Great stuff. I'll read this as soon as my shift's over. Fantastic. Another book. I look forward to reading this one. Excellent. That's the last book. With all these at my fingertips, I'll have every answer at my fingertips. I suppose the only person I take orders from now is you, Your Majesty. So, what about it? What's your first order for me? Of course, the most pressing issue is deciding how this facility should be run from now on. You could release all the political prisoners. That's sure to endear you to the public. Or you could just leave things as they are. That's often the simplest choice, and the least paperwork. And of course, you could lock up more innocent people. No one would dare oppose you with the threat of ending up here. Yes, ma'am. I'll inform the men of your decision, Your Majesty.